Hey everyone, this is John with Galactic Fog. Function as a Service, or FaaS, brings a number of benefits to the table for any company looking to become cloud native. Whether it's in a private, hybrid, or public cloud, or even across multiple regions in the same cloud. In fact, the demo we are about to show today is actually using infrastructure from two different public clouds. The team at Galactic Fog built a Gestalt platform with security, compliance, and the variability of policy and permissions in mind. These policies can be inherited through LDAP, single sign-on, SAML, or Active Directory. Let's go ahead and quickly create a container. We're going to create a container on the DCOS cluster. So we'll demonstrate here how we can take a container on the DCOS cluster and easily migrate it over to Kubernetes and then back again to DCOS. All right, let's go ahead and migrate our container over to Kubernetes. We'll select our target Kubernetes cluster and hit migrate. You'll see in the DCOS platform that the container will disappear, and in Kubernetes, once we refresh the screen, you'll see our CloudExpo container appear now. And let's go ahead and migrate the container back over to DCOS. You'll see in the DCOS console that the CloudExpo container now appears. Gestalt platform operates above both private and public clouds, enabling enterprise to avoid lock-in while facilitating app portability. Not only does Gestalt provide Laser, our Lambda application server, to power a company's Lambda functions, but it runs these functions inside of containers. While operating Lambdas within containers is pretty cool, we also use them internally to provide customizable hooks such as the logic to migrate applications between container technologies such as Kubernetes, DCOS, and Docker Swarm. Here we can see the actual code that is managing the migration between Kubernetes and DCOS. Since this is just a function, the server resources needed to perform the migration are only being used when the function is invoked. Lambda functions are ephemeral by nature, making them one of the most efficient ways to consume computing resources. One of the nice things about using Lambda functions is that they are programming language agnostic. Gestalt natively supports Java, C#, Scala, JavaScript, Python, Go, and Ruby. Any language not supported today can be easily added by installing the runtime within a provider and exposing its function endpoint. Let's go ahead and create a quick function using one of our JavaScript executors. We'll also create a publicly accessible endpoint to demonstrate how quickly our function can be invoked. Great, now that we have our Lambda, we'll need to create an upstream URL so that we can invoke our Lambda. Let's go ahead and head over to the API endpoint screen and define our endpoint. Creating an endpoint is pretty easy to do. We just need to define the URL path and then point it to the Lambda that we want to invoke. Now that we've created our Lambda and defined its upstream URL, let's go ahead and select it and see the results. As you can see, simple functions can be executed in less than a millisecond or even faster depending on the hardware. Okay, let's go ahead and change the functionality of our Lambda to display a different result. Once we update our Lambda and refresh the web page, you can see that our changes are instantaneous. Thank you for your time, and we hope this overview has provided you with a better understanding of how you can deploy a FaaS framework across your existing Ubuntu infrastructure. Jeff can help to set up a demo with the team here at Galactic Fog to directly speak to your specific use cases.